You know, like the other week that Osama Bin Laden's letter to America went like super viral, and then they scrubbed it off of The Guardian as a response to it, which is just, number one, like, doesn't that just say everything about our society? Is that's the response? To scrub it off The Guardian? Take it down so people can't see it.
The Guardian being the newspaper covered it?
Yeah, they had published it, and it had been up there, I think, since...
And what were they were concerned that it was encouraging people to support it?
Yeah, like a bunch of TikTokers, like young lefty TikTokers, started like making these videos where they're like, Osama Bin Laden was right about everything, and then they were getting heat for it, so they just took it down. I mean, you can still find it like on the archives and stuff.
But still, a lot of people's videos are still up. There's a lot.
I don't know about that. I'm not on TikTok. I kind of just saw on Twitter when people were sharing the TikTok videos, so I don't know if they were taking them down. I know TikTok takes down stuff pretty quickly, but I don't know what they were doing with that.
Why would they take that down though? If I was a Chinese-run propaganda corporation, TikTok removes hashtag for Osama Bin Laden's letter to America after viral video circulate. So it did just remove the hashtag. The Guardian also pulled the text of the Al-Qaeda founder's letter from its website after people cited it on TikTok and X. That's not the correct response.
Yeah, I mean,
listen, Osama bin Laden was trained by the United States. He was a part of our thing to run the Mujahideen to fight the Soviets.
And not just trained, but trained for a specific reason. Trained to lure a superpower into a war in Afghanistan that will bankrupt them.
Yeah.
I mean, we trained him how to do it and then fell for it.
The idea that you shouldn't read that guy's words.
Oh, it just shows you that that's
not justifying September 11th.
Yeah, like
it's just like understand that there's a lot of contributing factors to all of these global conflicts.
Yeah, educate yourself. Yeah. And look, like people were all arguing about it too, because obviously it's kind of stupid for like a young TikToker to be like, the takeaway is that he was a good guy or something like that. Like that's pretty ridiculous. But then people would like kind of point to what they want to in the situation. But basically the letter says, he goes, you may be wondering why we attack you. Well, we attack you because you attack us. And then a whole bunch of Islamist talk, a whole bunch of praise be to Allah and Sharia law shall sweep the world and all of that. And then a list of grievances along with that. And one of the major ones is what? It's that we prop up Israel, who has stolen the land from the Palestinian and keeps them under subjugation, that we have military bases in their holy land in Saudi Arabia, that we use those bases for the bombing and sanction campaigns that killed so many Iraqi babies, and that we prop up these dictators in Egypt and Saudi Arabia. I think the takeaway from that is not, therefore Osama bin Laden was right to kill a bunch of innocent people in the Twin Towers, because that's stupid and evil. And it's the same justification in a way, but I shouldn't even say this, not in a way. Osama bin Laden made the exact same argument that the people who are saying they voted for Hamas, therefore we can kill them, are making. That's what he said. He was like, you vote for your government and your government does all this stuff to us. So you, American citizen, are fair game for us to attack. And any decent person should just immediately reject that. Like, no, it doesn't follow that because you have elections that therefore if any crime that Bill Clinton commits, you can now go kill some baby. That's insane. That doesn't make any sense. But in the same sense, the idea that some Palestinian baby doesn't have any rights and is fair game to just be blown up. And even if you want to make the argument that like, okay, but we're not trying to blow up that baby, we're just willing to blow up that baby while we're trying to catch some bad guys, it's just like, that's just not right. That's just like, that's not fair. That's not just. We would never accept that if we were talking about our kids. You know what I mean? Like if some murderer, even a mass murderer, ran into a daycare and, held a bunch of people as hostages and said, using them as human shields, let's say, we would never say, okay, well, the sheriff's department's going to come down and blow up the building. We'd be like, wait, what?
Right.
Like, that's insane, dude. Like, what? You couldn't even imagine if that was suggested, if it was like our kids there.
Right.
You'd be like, what are you, out of your mind? Okay, take that option, take that off the table. What else you got, Right. And like, but why should that be acceptable